Okay, hello. um, Today is January 30th, 2025. And there's been a lot to happen this month. It's been really it's been a lot to happen this month, and it was either late last night or in the wee hours of this morning. I don't know exactly. But there was a plane crash in DC. A military helicopter, crashed into a commercial flight over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. And I'm not going to read on that because those people are freshly dead and they probably don't even know they're dead yet. They probably don't know they're dead. For America, this month has just been chaotic, period. Which is something that I knew already coming into 2024. Actually, at the beginning of 2024, I already knew that 2025 was going to be a hot mess. And so far, for the public, for the world at large, or America at large, it's been a hot mess. So I think we're just going to tap in and see what I just want to tap in and see what February might hold. As soon as I find the cards I want to work with. I should have done this before I turned the camera on, but it's okay. I'm going to start off with the vibe deck, my vibe cards. And we'll see what kind of energy, what's the vibe around February. Just for America, Americans, and I guess more specifically people who would align with me and who would be likely to even listen to what I have to say. I just want to say thank you to my ancestors and my spirit guides for offering protection, for offering love, just always being around. What can we tell the people today? Okay, cutting ties. This is freedom, standing up, awaken. All right. Burning bridges. So this is interesting. First two cards. Nightlife. Chaos. Distance. This doesn't look very optimistic. Consequences. Masculine energy. And established. Okay. I have some ideas. I don't think I'm going to try to... Intimacy is at the bottom of the deck. I don't think I'm going to try to explore all of those ideas right now. But, this established male right here, this wealthy man right here, or seemingly wealthy man, Even though I said February. I was asking about February of 2025, which is day after tomorrow. I'm not always that good with timing. However, I keep getting similar cards, whether I pull these little cards right here or if I pull from the tarot. There's always cards about this powerful, established man facing some kind of consequences or transitioning out of something. Like that has been a constant. Um, that has been a constant. Okay, I don't know how to say this without like sounding super woo woo or sounding so much like the people that be getting on my nerves about folks, the general population, quote unquote, waking up. Um, because I do feel like more people are becoming aware of things outside of themselves, but I also feel like a lot of people are still missing the mark. Um, and it's going to continue to be that way. It's always been that way, and it's going to continue to be that way. It's like the more we learn, the more we don't know. And we all tend to do it from time to time at some point or other. We all cherry pick what we want to know or what we think we know, what we're going to abide by, etc. But with all of this that's happening right now in the news with um, these changes in policy and people wanting to boycott, I mean, these big brands, they're going to be okay overall. They might not be what they were in terms of finances, loyalty, and trust and everything. But I mean, they're not going down. They're going to suffer, but they're not going to suffer that much. But it is going to generate interest in, or it is actually, it's not going to, it is generating some interest in people wanting to buy directly from the people and the brands that they support, shopping local, which is a good thing in my opinion. I said it in the previous video, and I've written about it a bunch of times on my blog about how I have always tried to be independent in my own way. I've never wanted to completely host my writing or anything like that on Facebook. If I had groups, if I had anything, I never wanted to have them in just one place. I wanted to have my own personal website, my own personal blog, which is why I've always maintained a blog. Even if I just post on it a couple of times a year, it still exists. And I'm never going to take it down as long as WordPress is around. I'm never going to take it down because it's my little sliver of the internet, and nobody can take it away from me. If I pay for the web space, it's mine. Nobody's going to take it from me, right? But they shouldn't anyway. But the people who are in charge of the internet at large, they do what they want to do. Anyway, in terms of that, in terms of, who you voted for and everything, like, these people, in charge, these people who have the most money, they are really showing their behinds right now. And they're going to continue to do so. They will continue to do so. Period. And one thing that is never going to die is entertainment, right? No matter what your favorite form of entertainment is, it's never going to die, and it's never died. Um, if people don't spend money on necessities, they'll definitely spend money on their entertainment. But overall, I feel like there's just a lot of but some of the bad behavior of yesteryear, it's the chickens are coming home to roost. I don't know if anything that I'm saying makes sense or if it all connects. In my head, it makes sense. But a couple of things I see is more people, more wealthy figures or well-known, powerful figures in various industries are going to face the consequences of their actions of being, into the debaucherous stuff or potentially perverted things. But just overall, it just seems like there's a whole lot more chaos in store. Like I hate being the bearer of bad news. I hate being the bearer of bad news. I really do. But I don't see a whole lot of good news in these cards though. Like I don't. I think the overall theme of this reading though, of this particular spread, was chaos. Like it's a little icky. It's a little icky. It's a little icky, huh? Child. I think I want to do like a career money reading for whoever might be interested, or we would like to do a reading that's a little bit more uplifting and positive. Fell out. Let's see. Oh, nice. Three of Hearts. Not Three of Hearts. I'm sorry. Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Nine of Swords. Nine of Wands. I feel like this is repeating what we just saw in the vibe cards. There's the Knight of Cups. Page of Swords reverse. I feel like this is repeating everything we just saw in the previous cards. The Moon reversed. King of Cups upright. And the Magician reversed. Well, if we thought January 2025 was ignorant, February is basically saying hold my beer. Saying hold my beer. I could elaborate on that. But I feel like I said most of what I could say when I pulled the first set of cards. This is organized chaos. This man in power, again, this male authority figure is pulling strings, and not strings that are going to be helpful to anybody in particular or to the people who support him. Um, Even though this is a King of Cups, the man that's currently in charge, he will be the King of Swords, but I'm still calling this a man, just because this is a king. Um, this is a, like I said, this is a powerful man. And then with it being paired with the Magician card, that's how I came to the conclusion of who this is likely to represent if we're talking about America as a whole, state of America. This is a powerful man who can pull strings and make things happen. Um, mm. Oh, okay. So shifting gear, what can we do? What can we do? Because I keep seeing a lot of anxiety, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of stress, a lot of still a lot of arguing, just chaos overall. So I'm not going into like specifics on what I see happening as far as like which policies or what who was going to be what. Is this going to happen? Is that like, I'm not trying to go into that, but what can the average person do? Two of Cups reverse. Knight of Pentacles reverse. The World upright. The High Priestess reverse. Queen of Swords. There's a Nine of Swords again, but it's reversed this time, so I guess it's about releasing anxiety. Still, though, the Two of Coins, or Pentacles, and then the King of Cups again shows up in reverse. There's always a woman that shows up in the cards when we're talking about a man in power. I see distrust. Like a history of distrust and like disharmony, which would be the Two of Cups in reverse. But well, I see it kind of turning around again. As I was saying before, more people, for the time being anyway, because the general public, people as a species, human beings as a species, we tend to have short-term memories. very short memory. Um, but I think one of the lasting effects will be that we are able to come together, as far as more people being willing to look outside of what they normally do or what they normally experience on their day to day. There are so many people who don't realize that there are stores outside of Walmart and Target and Amazon. Just, they have become so big that it's hard to see outside of them. Personally, I have been boycotting Walmart for years. Um, with the exception of a recent purchase of a tire, and it's only because of the fact that that the tire for my car was the cheapest at Walmart and I could get it quicker. That was Other than that, I don't shop at Walmart. I don't shop at Sam's Club. You know, I don't. I try not to give them my money if I can help it. I go months and months and years at a time without stepping foot in the Walmart because I don't like some of their practices. So I decided, and then I just don't like shopping at Walmart. So I made up my mind that I just no, I will go out of my way to find another store that's not Walmart to get what I need. All the big companies suck, but I'm like I had to put my foot down somewhere, and that's Walmart. So I shop at, you know, if there's a small grocery store, a little local mom and pop shop, if I could pick up a few things there to help support them, I do that. I go to Dollar General, which I know their policies aren't that great, but I go there. You know, Target was an alternative. Um, I used to coupon really heavy, so CVS and Walgreens used to get a lot of my business. Um, some things I get from Amazon. But the point that I'm trying to make is that, there are other things outside of those huge stores. You can get your books in other places aside from Amazon, Walmart, Target. There are local bookstores. There are public libraries if you live in a big enough city. Like there are alternatives. There's another way. And so I think same thing with Starbucks. Like I haven't been just outright boycotting Starbucks, but I haven't been at Starbucks not really in years. Like now I might go to Starbucks a couple of times a year where I used to go all the time, but it wasn't anything political. It's just the fact that I started making my coffee at home. As these as the prices of everything keep going up, I used to be able to get a medium, what is it, a grande frappuccino for $5 and some change at Starbucks, and now they're saying not venti, but grande frappuccino, a medium frappuccino is $7, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. I got a blender with some ice at home and some coffee. I can make my own stuff, or and I can customize it to be exactly how I like it, which is what I've gotten into the habit of doing. So I don't even drink coffee outside of my house that often. But my point is that there are so many alternatives, and we just get sucked in, and it's like the TikTok thing. It's like you just get so enamored and basically controlled by this behemoth of a thing that where, oh, when it's gone you don't know what to do with yourself. And it's like, no, you are supposed to be in control of that thing is not supposed to be in control of you. And so it's like, if we can break off this relationship with or these relationships with these really big, huge things, because we have all the criticisms in the world, we have all the reasons in the world for why we don't like Walmart. And I'm saying we because I'm talking about we as a collective, as a whole, as the world. Like, we have all of these reasons for why we don't like them, but we continue to spend money with them. we continue to give them our business. And so what incentive do they have to change anything? None, right? So we can change. We can do things differently. We can make a difference. Um, you know, like you get looked at crazy whenever you try to do things that are outside of the norm. We kind of go off the beaten path a little bit. Like that's been the story of my life, and sometimes I've kind of suffered for going off the beaten path a little bit to look at there's more than one way to do a thing. It's just the other ways aren't as popular, and so therefore I might end up suffering financially, or maybe even get laughed at or criticized a little bit because I don't do what everybody else does. But when the big thing starts to fail, or it starts to rear the ugly side of itself, it's like like it's just like, it's funny to me how many people don't realize that there are other grocery stores outside of Kroger here in my city. That you can go outside of Kroger and Walmart. There are other little grocery stores. I mean, personally, I don't mind it, like, to a certain degree. Like, I kind of like gatekeeping a little bit just because it keeps the traffic down. But on the flip side, it's like, you got more than, just Walmart and Kroger and Target, right? Like, you have options. But whatever. So I'm gonna pull from one of these, this deck right here. What was that? I don't know. And I'm gonna wrap this up as far as what February holds and what we can do to be ready or to take advantage of February. Fluid wave. Adapt and repeat, settle into new roles, change. So everything I just said about changing, thank you, spirit guides and ancestors, for the confirmation. But yeah, it's change. You got options. Matter of fact, this card, I think I wrote up a little something about this card probably about 2 years ago now. But it reminds me of a quote from Bruce Lee, who said, "Be like water, my friend. Be like water." Right? All right.